Good morning, students. Yesterday I gave you a short summary of the story, A House is Not a Home. Today we will do it from the book. So you should open your book on page 49. See, this story reflects the challenges of being a teenager and the problems of growing up. How does the author overcome his problems? My first year of high school felt awkward. We discussed why it is so. Because in junior school, he was in the senior most class, he was the head, and now he has come in the junior most class. So he was not feeling nice. Awkward means unpleasantly strange. After leaving junior high at the head of my class with all the seniority the upper grade levels could afford me, it felt strange starting over as a freshman. So here he is making it clear that the main reason of his feeling awkward is this, that he was feeling junior now. The school was twice as big as my old school, and to make matters worse, my closest friends were sent to a different high school. I felt very isolated. So, if we ask you the question, how is the author feeling in high school? You have a lot to write. He is feeling awkward as he has become very junior here. Then his friends have joined some other high school, and this school is very big. I missed my old teachers so much that I would go back and visit them. So the author is very loving by nature. This is the reason that he used to go to his old teachers. They would encourage me to get involved in school activities so that I could meet new people. They told me that in time I would adjust and probably end up loving my new school more than I had my old one. So, what is your opinion about his teachers in junior school? His teachers in junior school are very mature, very cooperative, and very understanding. They appreciate the author's love and respect for themselves, but at the same time, they sorry, they want to help him adjust at his new school. They made me promise that when that happened, I would still come by and visit them from time to time. I understood the psychology in what they were saying, but I took some comfort in it nonetheless. So, this paragraph has told us about his teachers and his love for his old teachers. One Sunday afternoon, not long after I had started high school, I was sitting at home at a dining room table doing homework. It was a cold and windy fall day. As we discussed yesterday, it was a cold day and he was doing his homework, and we had a fire going in a fireplace because the day was very cold. So a fire has been made to make the atmosphere cozy. As usual, my red tabby cat was lying on top of all my papers, purring loudly. Purr is the sound of the cat, and occasionally sweating at my pen for entertainment's sake. This cat is actually his pet, and he loves it a lot. So she is just sitting around him, playing with his things. She was never far from me. I had rescued her when she was a kitten, and somehow she knew that I was the one responsible for giving her the good life. So there was a strong bond between him and his cat. I hope you remember the last chapter we did before your evaluation, the bond of love. So there also you saw unusual love between a lady and a bear. So here also you will feel that love. My mother kept stoking the fire. Stoking means just raking the fire to keep the house nice and warm. Suddenly I smelled something strange, and then I noticed it. Smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling. The smoke began to fill the room so quickly that we could barely see. So he has noticed that the fire has broken out, but means it can't be stopped now. So see what they do. Grow groping. Groping means actually searching something when it's dark and you can't see. You are just searching with the touch of your hands. Our way to the front door, we all ran out into the front yard. We have come out of the house. By the time we made our way outside, the whole roof was engulfed in flames and it was spreading quickly. I ran to the neighbors to call the fire department while I watched my mother run back into the house. So, in the summary, we discussed that he was living in this house with his mother and his cat. My mother then ran out of the house carrying a small metal box full of important documents. She dropped the case on the lawn and in a crazed state ran back into the house. I knew what she was after. My father had died when I was young and I was certain that she was not going to let his pictures and letters go up in flames. They were the only things that she had to remember him by. Still, I screamed at her, "Mom, no." So here we can ask you the questions. How did the fire break out? We can also ask you, why did mother ran into the burning house? She ran into the burning house 2 times. First, she brought some important documents, and second, she brought the photographs and letters of her husband. I was about to run after her when I felt a large hand hold me back. It was a fireman. So neighbors are cooperative. They have called the fire department and a fireman is holding Zen, the narrator, so that he could not go inside. I had not even noticed that the street had already filled with fire trucks. I was trying to free myself from his grasp, yelling. I was shouting, "You don't understand, my mother is in there." He held on to me while other firefighters ran into the house. He knew that I was not acting very logically and that if he were to let go, I would run. He was right. So, because his mother was there inside the burning house, so how can he control himself? He was trying to run into to save his mother, but he was behaving in an illogical manner. Fireman understands it, so he was not letting him go. However, other fire people are there to save mother. It's all right, they will get her. He wrapped a blanket around me and set me down in our car. Soon after that, a fireman emerged from her house with my mom in tow. Tow, you understand, no? You must have seen cars being towed. When a car is out of order, it can't run on its own, then it is towed by some other vehicle. So mother is not able to walk on her own at the moment. So it's like this, that she is being towed by the firemen. She quickly took her over to the truck and put an oxygen mask on her. I ran over and hugged her. Means he was relieved to see his mother alive. All those times I ever argued with her and hated her vanished at the thought of losing her. This happens with everyone. Like we fight with our family members, but it doesn't mean that we want that we should lose that person. "She's going to be okay," said the fireman. "She just inhaled a little smoke." And then he ran back to fight the fire while my mother and I sat there dazed, means surprised. We shocked. We were not able to understand what all had happened with us. I remember watching my house burn down and thinking that there was nothing I could do about it. 5 hours later, this is the last paragraph we are doing today. 5 hours later, the fire was finally out. Our house was almost completely burnt down. So you can understand and imagine their plight, that they have lost all their belongings. But then it struck me. I hadn't seen my cat. Where was my cat? Much to my horror, I realized that she was nowhere to be found. So actually the shock was so strong that he did not recall or remember his cat for the last 5 hours. But when fire is controlled, he recalls his cat and he was shocked not to see her anywhere. Then all at once it hit me. The new school, the fire, my cat, means all negative thoughts are coming to my mind, that I have joined a new school which I don't like, where I'm not comfortable. And then this fire which has snatched everything from me. And now my loving cat has also gone. I broke down in tears and cried and cried. I was suffering loss big time. So he was in a depressed mental state and he was feeling that everything has gone from him. We will continue with it tomorrow. You should read whatever we have done.